Hi guys. Now, you haven't seen me in a little while. Um, I was planning on getting some videos out, the TNA review, the SmackDown review, and other stuff. But I got too busy. I had something important to do, and I don't want to say what it is because I was told not to. It's private stuff. Um, so as this stuff was happening, got thinking. What matches could they do this year for Wrestlmania 29? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. The possible matches for Wrestlmania 29. Now I'm going to talk about the things that they could do. And I'll tell you if I want them to happen, if I don't want them to happen. You see, WrestleMania is coming up. There's a lot of things going on. Like, the Royal Rumble. We'll be getting the series review out. Tomorrow I'm going to go shopping, get those DVDs out. I thought I could get them on Netflix, but I guess not. I'm going to see. There is one on YouTube. I'm going to look at it, see if it's good enough for me to watch. But when I watched the Survivor Series one, it wasn't the full thing. Let's get back to the topic, though. They have the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. They have 3 months for build for WrestleMania. And they have this 20th anniversary of Raw. That they can bring a lot of those legends back and start building to that stuff. Now here's the stuff that I want to have, that I think could happen at WrestleMania, the possible matches. You see, they've been building up this match in particular that I'm going to talk about right now. CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. You see, they could have a lot of different ways they could go with this. Because you have the face of the Attitude Era versus, he's not really the face of the PG era, but he's putting some of that Attitude Era back into the WWE. When he dropped his pipe bomb, look at the stuff that CM Punk has done. And look at the stuff that Stone Cold done. I honestly think the stuff that Punk has done with Laurinaitis that they could have done more with was how can I put this? Was like a memory of the Austin Punk feud, Austin McMahon feud, sort of. It wasn't as much as you wanted it to be. I wish they could have done a little bit more and stuff, but Punk would come out and trash Austin and trash Laurinaitis every week, and Austin would come out and do the same thing. They just couldn't. He did as much as he could. And since then, Laurinaitis was gone, and Punk turned heel. And Punk, when he turned heel, you could tell he had that heel look. And lately, they've been building up Austin and Punk. If you've seen that WWE 13 where you see Jim Ross interview with Stone Cold, interviewing CM Punk, you would know what I'm talking about. Because they were talking about that if they had matches, CM Punk says he would be the leader of the Attitude Era. Austin doubts that. He looks at some of the guys. Austin says he looks at some of the guys today and he could whip their ass faster in a snap. And now Austin's cleared for WrestleMania because he had knee surgery. And I think they can do a lot with this. Austin, Punk. They can make it for the championship. They can just make it a match. I think they can do a lot with it. You see, here's what I'm thinking. Austin could beat Punk Punk could beat The Rock at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk can retain his championship in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Then he could beat Austin at WrestleMania. And then, there you go. But you could have Austin screw CM Punk out of the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Then you can have them feud non-stop. You can have them bring him back here and there. Punk get his rematch at the Elimination Chamber. Fail because of Austin again. Well, you can just fail. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I want to see who it is. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see if it's somebody important. I'll put it on speaker. If it's somebody you know, it's my mom. Hold on. Hello? Hi. Making a YouTube video. Yep. No, I wasn't really tired. Okay. Bye. Um, as I was saying, I'm gonna get back to my topic a little bit, but I think CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin would be a good match. I would want that to happen. I would want to see that happen. They would be physical. They would go all out. Should they have? They could have a no holds barred match, and they can just go all out. They can brawl in arenas. They can brawl in the parking lot. They can brawl in the streets. I don't care. I want to see that match. Another theory I think could happen. They could have, I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. They could have CM Punk. They could walk into WrestleMania as champion. I'm still going with this. At the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble again. Then he chooses to face CM Punk for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And Paul Heyman can't decide who to go with because he's both of their clients. He talks for Brock Lesnar, but he's with the WWE Champion. So then he can't decide who to go with. So they have him be the special guest referee at WrestleMania. So then it's Punk defending the WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman as the special guest referee. They could have Paul Heyman, after a good match, screw Brock Lesnar, see him hit the low blow on Lesnar, Punk hits the go to sleep on Brock Lesnar, and pins Brock and retains the WWE Championship. I think that would be awesome. Because I know it's happened before with the Big Show, Brock Lesnar, but it would be cool if it was Punk, because that would show that CM Punk really is a Paul Heyman guy. Another thing I think could happen. They could have The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin 4 at WrestleMania. It would be good. I think that could happen. I don't think it would happen though. But Austin could say, hey, my last match, I didn't do too good. I want to get my win back, and I want to beat The Rock at WrestleMania. But then The Rock could say, well, you beat me twice. I want to be tied with you. I know I'm saying that sounds kind of fucked, but then you have The Rock beat Stone Cold, so they are even and even. And what else could happen? I actually do have another suggestion. You could have Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Here's why I think this could happen. Because I remember I was watching this on the Stone Cold Steve Austin DVD. And he said that he left the company, I think it was like 2002, because Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold Steve Austin were supposed to have a match in the King of the Ring tournament. But Austin says, I don't want to. But Austin was supposed to, like, lose. But I think we're supposed to get, like, squat. I don't really know what the whole story is. But he says, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to face Brock Lesnar at a bigger pay-per-view. So he took his ball and went home. So they could use that. And they could have Austin beat Brock Lesnar. That would be that match would be awesome. Then you could have Brock Lesnar versus Triple H 2. No holds barred. That would be awesome because it could show that Triple H and Brock Lesnar had they had a good match, but it didn't live up to my expectations. And Triple H could say that I need to get back in the ring. I didn't have the passion then. I was a businessman, but now he could have that passion again. They could have him have a little bit of matches on Raw to show that he still has that passion, and they could have him beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Another theory. they could have. Let me think. I gotta think about this for a second. What? Let me think. I had another match in mind. Oh, the Lock versus Block 2. Lock versus Block 2. They could have the Lock versus Block 2 just because it's a good match. They can have the Lock say that you beat me, and I want to prove that I want to try to get that win back. That's a thought. It could be, I don't like they could have Lock versus Block 2. They could have Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Lesnar go for the streak. He does look strong going right now because he beat Triple H at SummerSlam, and Brock is probably the toughest opponent, like one of the people that Undertaker hasn't beaten in the WWE. And I think that you can wonder, can Undertaker beat Brock Lesnar? Will Undertaker go 20-1 at WrestleMania to Brock Lesnar? I don't think it would happen though. What else could happen? I had more. Now I'm gonna do other stuff. I did the stuff that I want to happen. Actually, this is more stuff actually. They could have. Since I did watch SmackDown this Friday. Well, here's what I thought was gonna happen. They're gonna have Ryback, Sheamus, and Randy Orton versus The Shield in a 3-on-1 elimination match. I would be fine with that, considering what happened. But I don't think that's gonna happen since now that's SmackDown. For those of you that saw it, Randy Orton kind of had a heel turn a little bit when he had a confrontation with Sheamus, and they've been wanting to turn him heel, I think, for a while. And I think he was supposed to before he got suspended. I could see him leading into that direction at SummerSlam. Orton was supposed to like beat the hell out of Sheamus or something. So then what could happen is they could have Sheamus versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Gives them something. One, it gives them something to do because I kind of noticed that they don't really know what to do with Sheamus and Randy Orton. They put Randy Orton in a 3-month feud with Alberto Del Rio. For what reason? He just beat him a bunch of times. It doesn't prove anything. That's what I think. They could do that though. Orton versus Sheamus. Orton goes in as the heel. The reason could be is because while I was gone, Sheamus, you took my ball. I was supposed to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm the #1 guy. Or they could have like say Sheamus has never beaten me fairly, and I don't think Sheamus can. Then Orton could go for the punch. Sheamus could hit the blow kick and win. Orton could just punch Sheamus and win. Then you know what else they could do? They could have Big Show defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Ryback. Ryback could win the Royal Rumble. Then he chooses to go after Big Show, and you can wonder, can Ryback hit the Shell Shock on Big Show and win the world title? That could be the build-up right there. What else could be good? They actually could have Kofi Kingston win the Royal Rumble and go for the title against. Let me think. Maybe he could face Punk at Mania. I don't think they're gonna do that though. Kofi Kingston has a lot of potential. They're just not gonna do that. They could have Ziggler cash in Money in the Bank at the Royal Rumble against Big Show. Big Show invokes the match clause inside the Elimination Chamber, all that good stuff. Then Cena wins the Royal Rumble, like he said he would. And then they could have Dolph Ziggler defending the World Championship against John Cena, and they could have Cena win, and they can have him lose. That would be a good match. I think that's what they could do. A thing that they might do, but I don't want them to do, is people are saying that The Rock is going to win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Punk's going to be in the chamber. Rock's going to retain there. Then Cena's going to win. Then, Cena's going to become the #1 contender. They're going to want Cena to get the win back. He lost last year at Mania. No. Rock versus Cena last year, once in a lifetime. It says once in a lifetime. They have a fucking DVD out that says once in a fucking lifetime. And what does that accomplish you too? They have so many look at the options I just came up with. Brock versus Triple H 2. Rock versus Brock. Look at all those options right there. Cena versus Dolph. Those are good options. And I think they should stick to those options. Tag titles, I think they could do like Team Hell No versus, if they're back at it by then, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara versus Team World Scholars versus the Primetime Players. Fatal 4-way tag team match. That would be good. I honestly think that would be awesome. Intercontinental title, I'm not really too sure about, but they could do Barrett versus. I think Barrett might lose the title by then, to be honest with you. But yeah, those are good. Those are the matches I thought of. Look at that. It didn't even take me 5 minutes. Don't do Rock versus Cena 2 because it was once in a lifetime. Rock versus Hogan did happen again, but it wasn't once in a lifetime. And it built the McMahon-Hogan feud. I don't want to see Rock versus Cena 2. I want to see something else. They have so many other options they can do. I just come up with some. Look at the matches I came up with for WrestleMania. The one I actually want to happen the most is probably Austin versus Punk. The least is going to be The Rock versus Cena. Cesaro could face Christian for the United States Championship. There's another match. What I'm afraid is going to happen, last year, the United States title is just so devalued. It is. They don't defend their mid. I understand it. They don't want to do as much. They want to save them, but they can do that, though. Big Show, Cody Rhodes last year. I was expecting Big Show to just destroy Cody Rhodes, but they actually had a match. So yeah, look at the match. By the way, look at the matches I came up with. Rock versus Brock 2. Brock versus Triple H 2. CM Punk defending the WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar. Punk versus Austin. Rock versus Austin 4. Cena versus Rock 2. The Shield versus Sheamus. Randy Orton, Ryback. Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Ryback versus Big Show. There's more. Taker versus Brock. All that stuff. That is great stuff right there. Do some of this stuff. Watch my videos and do something. Don't do Rock versus Cena 2. Because I think that's what they're doing. But don't. Cena doesn't need that win back. Now that I'm done with my video, look at the stuff in the description box, and I'll be on my way.